Hello everybody! If you did not see the first part of this video, it was an unboxing of the Cleaning Up in Laundromats DVD from Danny D'Angelo at freelaundromat.com. I'll summarize briefly, but if you want the details, go ahead and view the first portion of this. Summarize, I am a very skeptical person by nature, almost to the point of being cynical. So, trying to get some extra income here, be my own boss, looking for business opportunities, came across freelaundromat.com on the internet. Sent for the DVD. DVD arrived 2 days later. Paid for it, 2 days later it's in my hand. So I watched the DVD. As you remember in the first part I said I'm going to have several parts to this. The first part was the unboxing. Second part was after I actually watched it. So I watched the DVD and honestly I'm very surprised and very impressed by just how much content there is in this DVD. There's 2 DVDs in here. And it's about 3 hours worth of material, and it's so much information so quickly right off the bat that it's overwhelming, honestly. It's a bit like taking a drink from a fire hose. There's just so much information, so much to digest in such a short amount of time. So, score 1. A huge amount of content in this. Nothing secret, no punches being pulled, nothing. It's just a huge amount of information straight from the get-go. So I watched the entire thing and very interested, very interesting, lots of information in there, and enough to the point where I couldn't get it all. I had to watch the entire DVD again, which is why this took a little longer to get out than I'd anticipated, but watched it the second time. Now, the first time I watched it, I realized there's so much information, I need something to help me keep track of all of this information. So the second time I watched this, had my laptop in my lap and started taking typewritten notes and questions as I went along. By the time I was done watching the DVD the second time around, I had 9 pages, I'm no joke here, 9 pages of notes and questions. And that should tell you something. Typewritten, single space, no filler, that's a huge amount of information. So, score 2, lots of information in there, very impressive. Like I said, I got 9 pages worth of questions. So, some of the things that I noticed is when I bought this, I started getting emails from Danny D'Angelo, freelaundromat.com, saying things like, call me, write me, Facebook me, like I said, I was still skeptical. So I've since Facebooked Danny, and I've written him a couple questions this morning, as a matter of fact. I should point out it's Labor Day. It's a holiday, Labor Day 2012. Sent him an email asking a few questions, and I got a response today, much like sent for this, 2 days later, we got it in my hand. I sent off some requests for information, answered some questions from him, and I've got the answers today. I'm impressed. Very impressed. Like I said, in part 1, I felt like the biggest chump in the world for just having sunk some money into this. I don't feel like that at all. Not by any stretch of the imagination. There's a huge amount of information in here, and it is definitely the potential for being life-changing and changing my future financial condition for the best. Very impressive. I can't speak highly enough about this DVD, the information contained in it, as well as Danny. It's awesome. So where do I go from here? I said part 1, there's going to be 3 parts to this DVD. First part was the unboxing and my unwarranted skepticism. Part 2 is my reporting back on the DVD and the information contained therein. Absolutely excellent. What's here from now? Well, the third part of this is when I open my own laundromat. And I talked to Danny about, okay, how is it that you give your, tuition price back? And it's just his ultimate way of standing behind the product and showing that you're making a sound investment, and he's putting his money where his mouth is, basically. He likes to mentor people, likes to deal in intellectual property, and there's a huge amount of intellectual property in here. And when you're watching this, make sure you pay close attention to the screen. Don't just listen. There's a lot of information that comes scrolling by at various key points, which is very pivotal and key to what you're going to be doing here. So I can't speak highly enough about this, honestly. If you're thinking about starting your own business, don't bother with any of the other ones that I kind of slammed on at the first part. Just go straight here. It's going to be the best money you're ever going to spend, and if you follow the directions and see it through, you have to be motivated. You have to take charge of this. It's not going to fall into your lap, but he explains all this and how to get the tools you need to make this happen. Absolutely blown away. Awesome DVD. Awesome guy. It's just, I can't... It's a holiday, and I email him, he gives me the information back the same day. I mean, that's amazing. So, wholehearted, very resounding endorsement. Yes, absolutely worth every penny that I spent for this thing, and I'm really looking forward to opening my first laundromat. hopefully get the keys to my financial independent future here. And awesome. Can't go wrong. Do it. Thank you.